Well, hey everybody, how's it going? It's a nice another edition of Raw Light, and I didn't prepare anything. I've been busy today doing different things, just trying to chill out and reconnect, and um, basically working on the website that I'm going to have coming up, which is cool. Let's see. I know that. Hey, Belinda. Hey, Rose. Hey, Colin. Hey, Lisa. How's everybody doing? Things are going good. Today's the coldest day in Pittsburgh that we've had in a couple of days, and it's supposed to get warmer tomorrow. Of course, there's nothing but rain today, but it is what it is, right? It's supposed to be wintertime, and I'll take whatever weather I can get at this point. So, well, thanks, Lisa. Appreciate that. Looking good, buddy. Oh man, where was I going with this? Um, Oh, one of the things that I posted on Facebook, I was asking everybody if they felt like there was a slight disconnect, or if they felt like they were in a fog or whatever. Two people, Marjorie and another friend of mine, said, "Oh, everything's cool, we're doing good, and everything." But in all honesty, there's a lot of us going through some kind of fog or disconnect, and it's not like it's the same thing all the time. Hey, Seraphis, how you doing? But it's like, you know, consistent. And I don't know if it's because of the new moon or because of the Schumann resonance spikes that are going on that I posted. And let me know if you guys heard anything about any kind of earth changes that are going on or solar flares, because that's what I'd really like to know is if that stuff's adding into this energy as well. Because I mean, I'm feeling good, and God bless her is just like since Saturday been feeling like shit, good, not so great, good, even worse, off and on kind of stuff. I'm okay, but one of the things that my sister Max said in that post was, "Okay, you guys aren't grounded." Well, I'm doing my grounding. I'll tell you one thing I did do today, and I don't remember the man's name, but is there is a video that I posted on the Psychic Holistic Healer page. Whoops, no, personal page. But it is a video of gratitude, and it's the perspective from a little child and from an older man. And while I was out getting bird seed and a few groceries and things at the local market, trying to go, and it's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to check this out. And I'm going to tell you what, it put me in this really nice place. I don't know how else to say it. Um, if I think about it, I'll throw in a link on, but go to John Ravenwolf Bailey Facebook page. It'll be on there. Um, Louis Schwartzberg, I think is his name. He was at a TED event, TED, and was explaining it and showed this video. And it's only about, the entire video is only like 9 minutes long. But, it's just about gratitude and about how everything is and what we can be grateful for. And, it was totally unexpected by me, but it put me in such a zone of like, yeah, cool. you know? So I actually enjoyed it. So in your comments, because I'm doing YouTube, but I'm doing Facebook as well, because I can't do I figured it's just easier this way for me, because I'm not a techie at all. I'm uh, technologically challenged, we'll say. So, but if you guys are going through anything, whether it's a sickness or you're just kind of mentally not with it, you kind of foggy or whatever that's going on, let me know. Um, let's discuss it. Let's talk about it, because I think everybody goes through different things. Sarah says, I'm good, vibrating high today. Awesome. In the rest of the day, since like 3 o'clock or so, I have been too. Um, I've been really kind of driven, working on the computer and stuff, but on the website. And so, trying to get it up and running, which I will. because I also promised you guys that I was going to be doing a program um, in mentoring and spiritual teachings and stuff. And well, then we started the website. I already paid for it, so I had to get rolling on it. And I've been well. Then my sister called me and kind of kicked me in the ass on a couple things. So it's like now it's like I got to get busy. So, and that's really why I didn't have a whole lot to talk about tonight because I was focusing on everything else. Didn't think about inviting anybody to come on as a guest. But yeah, how are you guys feeling? Are you feeling a little disconnected, or sort of like a drop phone call? You're hooked up and everything's cool, and then all of a sudden it's gone. It's like, whoa, that's weird. But then you can always get back to it, and you know that when you do, because you just have this really good feeling that everything is fine and everything is perfect, and it's just peaceful and embracing and loving and happy. You can be happy. Yeah, it's always happy. So you got to kind of like bring out the kid in you. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool. I'm enjoying it.
See the earth.
So
Earthquake.
something else about today is 222 is February 22nd, which is like I think is kind of cool. And what did that mean again?
I'm bringing it up. I'll
Okay,
post
we're
it.
going to bring it up here for you in a minute. Belinda says that even though she's in North Carolina wearing shorts, yeah, go ahead. Just make me feel bad. No, I'm kidding. But my energy seems to be staying drained. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of activity going on. Leslie says she's very tired, but I think it has more to do with my home situation right now. Well, it does have to do with your home situation, but it also has to do with the vibrational changes. Here's something I wanted to say, though, for sure about all of this is that Mother Earth has already gone through this transition into the fifth dimension, and what we're doing is playing catch up. Her magnetic field is already working towards the new birth of the fifth dimension, and we are working with it as well. Okay, but like I said, we're playing catch up because it's sort of like my daughter and I were talking the other night, and she says, Dad, sometimes I feel kind of yucky and stuff, and then it'll go away, and then I'm fine. And it's like I told her, it's like you don't want all of it to hit you at once because your body can't stand it. So it's coming in increments. So then angel number 222 has to do with balance, manifesting miracles and new auspicious and timely opportunities. And it encourages you to take, oops, hold on, now I gotta go back. Jeez. Let's see. Okay. Has to do with balancing, manifesting miracles and new auspicious and timely opportunities. It encourages you to take a balanced, harmonious, and peaceful stance in all areas of your life.
Yeah.
And the message is to keep the faith and stand strong in your personal truths. Now, whenever you repetitively see, oh man, I'm trying to do this on my fingers, too big, people. I'm sorry. All right. So whenever you're repetitively seeing the number pattern 222 or on a clock 222, it's a divine sign letting you know that a new cycle is about to start in your life. This new cycle of experience is about growth and expansion. And pay attention to your present thoughts as you were seeing that 222. And it's like I told Ann, that's not so simple. I'm telling you what, man, because my mind's all over the place. I'm thinking one thing and then thinking something else, and I'm thinking about building the website, and I'm thinking about what I want to teach in the classes, and then I'm thinking about something that I heard Gerard Hay talking about this morning, and and then listen to Andrew Bartzis today. He had on a really good show. I don't remember if I posted that or not. And now we got the dog talking about energy. I wish I could show you this. The dog is just literally, now she's like 12 or 13, 14 years old, and she's chasing her tail around. I'm waiting for her to bang into something, you goofball. Huh. And then, why is it that animals, whenever they want petted and stuff, you start petting them, and then they turn their butt towards you. I don't have that one figured out, man. Look, her tail's wagging, and her tail, you know, God, is by itself. It's a fan. You know, you're gonna have her around. She's gonna be a great help in summertime. Anyway, oh my God, she's hilarious. She acts like a puppy, even though she's so old. She was found, not really a rescue. She was just found. All right, so what was I talking about? I lost track again. Now she's scratching her butt against the chair. Really? You goof? Oh my God. Animals, you gotta love them, right? And my cat, I don't know where she went. She's like freaking out. All right, so stop it. Stop playing. I'm busy.
Come here. Come here.
Thank you. So, even though we're going through the entire month of February without any kind of moon activity, you have to wonder if this isn't sort of like the representation of winter. You know, that you go into a meditative or sleep kind of state, you know, when people hibernate. And so you do that, and then it is the time for looking into yourself and soul searching. And so it's okay. And that's what we should probably be doing right now. And the new moon gives you the opportunity to come up with things that you want to release. So, what do you want to release? But at the same time, with 222, it's offering you an opportunity for this growth and expansion. You know, so what is it that you want to bring in? You know, you're going to start a new cycle in life. So, what do you think that cycle is going to be? What do you want to manifest? I mean, that's pretty much it in a nutshell, right? I mean, it's encouraging you to stay balanced and harmonious and in a peaceful stance in all areas of your life. You know, but at the same time, you got to stay positive in the sense that you don't worry about it. If you worry about something, then you're putting up like this shield around you, saying, "Oh, it's all negative. I'm worried. And that's what you're going to get back in return." So the message is to keep the faith and stand strong in your personal truths. So what's your personal truth? What do you want to manifest? You know, these are the questions we want to ask ourselves during this time. What do you want to release? You know, one of the things that I was putting on my website was about karmic debt release. How do we do that? Well, one of the ways is that we go into ourselves and pull out whatever it is that's bothering us. Now, this can be something from present day life, and it can be something from past life. It can be something is our own stuff, or it can be something that's completely generational. And then you have to wonder, okay, so what is it? Who's it coming from? Why is it here? Why is it attached to me? And if you ever wonder, I posted this too as a story about, or a piece about how to move past things that attach to you, and it speaks of this particular case in which a young man who was only 20 years old just was depressed all the time and couldn't sleep, and had insomnia and couldn't figure out why. He had to quit college and lost his baseball scholarship and everything else. And he's just like, you know how it is. You keep losing sleep. You're just like not with it. Well, I guess what had happened for the guy was, he went to a psychologist and a hypnotherapist and was talking about these things with him. And he started asking the right questions. Was there anything in your family that had bothered you or that you know about that relates to falling asleep? And he says, I'm not sure. He says, well, what other symptoms did you encounter? And he says, well, I was always cold. And he says, okay, so what, what has happened within your family of, something that, a traumatic event of cold, like maybe somebody lost the heat in their house or something. 30 years before, when his uncle had turned 20 years old, now see the significance in the relation and synchronicity in this, that his uncle was a lineman and was working on power lines, and there were tracks in the snow, and they found him face dead in the snow and he had fallen asleep. He knew that he would lose consciousness, that he would probably die because of hypothermia, in which that was the case. Now, what happened was the family, because it was so tragic, never talked about it and never talked about him. And he couldn't really understand why he remembered it. Somebody must have talked about it. Within the realization, and then of course he had to go through other things, but a lot of times when you have that realization of what is causing your problem, that is the first giant step towards healing. And that's what happened. His uncle didn't want to fall asleep, and he was literally froze to death when they found him. That energy had caught up to him. Now, the thing about this particular case is it goes along with studies that were done without children and even grandchildren that were descendants of Auschwitz. And a similar case happened where a woman wanted to kill herself because she connected with her grandmother, who was the only living survivor in her family, and had the guilt complex of being the only survivor while everybody else died. What they found out in the studies were that there was only a particular level of cortisone that is a chemical that the body produces that takes you from a traumatic event back to normal. But what happened was they discovered through these studies that the cortisone levels were below average for the descendants of Auschwitz, that went, like I said, not only to their children, but to their grandchildren as well. And that's why this woman was suicidal, because she had taken on that energy and everything. But it's also proven scientifically in how that can translate. So when it comes to karmic debt, it can be inherited, it can be generational, and these types of things. So you can always find a way to improve on it and release it and heal. And that's one of the things that I do. So I don't know how the hell did I get from being disconnected to this. But anyway, obviously I had to say it. So there it is, in a nutshell. So, yeah. Anyway, I see a lot of people coming on, but nobody is making any comments. Jeez. Hi, Matthew. Hi, Christine. How's everybody? Like I said, I really didn't have a topic because I was working on the website.
Grateful.
Oh, I told you about the Grateful video. That was really cool. And I think that's just it. No matter how it all turns around, we all have to be grateful. We're grateful for the knowledge and wisdom that's available to us and the healing techniques and everything. That's why I listen to so much and I read so much. And, it just makes a big difference for me so that I can share it with you guys. And sometimes Spirit leads me to these connections of how things are going. If you've been doing grounding and you're still feeling a little foggy and everything, it's okay. All right? It's all part of the process. You're just adjusting. See, we're going from a carbon-based DNA to a crystalline-based DNA. And so it's okay. You know what I mean? It's fine. You can't expect all of these things to happen all at once. Because, like I said, if it did, your physical body would cease to exist. You know, you've heard of like internal or not internal combustion. What do they call that when the body just explodes, catches on fire?
Internal combustion.
Huh?
Internal combustion.
Yeah, whatever that is. But it happens here and there. I've read where some people talk about it is for the excess amount of sulfur in the body. Whatever. I don't feel that. I think it's just when your spirit comes in and goes, okay. But it doesn't happen very often. Spontaneous human combustion. Thank you, Leslie. See, that's why Leslie watches me, so she can always help me out whenever I'm on a roll and then I can't think of words or phrases. You know what I mean? Oh. So I'll tell you one thing to be grateful for is the temperatures are changing and getting warmer, getting more sunlight, and spring is coming. And my daughter's birthday is next week, and I gotta get her a present. But I'm grateful for my daughter. I'm grateful for my son. Grateful for the journey. And when I'm grateful for like now, when I went through these emotions or thoughts or whatever else and kind of disconnected, and then one simple video of gratefulness just put me in a whole nother vibration, another plane, and I'm digging it. I really am. Belinda, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, because there's also been a lot of people that have helped me, and her comment is that I'm grateful to you and many others for helping me learn on my spiritual journey. I've always said that. It's not like you enter life or enter adulthood or parenthood or anything else and somebody says, okay, here's a manual. This is how you do it. No. I only wish. So all we can do is help to give, through sharing. And that's another thing. I'll keep saying it. I love the way, through the Facebook part of it, that there's all this sharing. And you guys can comment over here on YouTube as well. Leave stuff down below, comment, and let everyone know about what's going on in your world. And then, because the nice thing about Raw Light is that we always have some kind of a conversation where someone says, hey, I can do this, or here, check this out, or whatever. And it's that communication and interaction that really gets me pumped. It really does. Leslie says, I've been doing a gratitude journal since the beginning of the year, and it's really made a difference. Gratitude, you can't have anger or resentment or vengeance or anything else when you have gratitude. Think about it, right? And if you're smiling, how can you be mad if you're smiling? Matthew says that I never act my age. I've never been this age before. Well, I don't know. I got to keep multiplying to go backwards. My mom, God bless her, she constantly always said that, she's 39. So I said, so, how many times you been 39? She's like, oh, at least 20, 25, 30 times. I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's pretty funny. You got to act like a kid. You got to see the funny part of it. It's like the stuff that they put on online now is you get so tired of seeing about the school shootings or this happened and that happened and all. Hey, look, that's fine. You got to vent, you got to put it out, whatever. That's cool. But I like to look for the funny stuff. I'll post stuff on my personal page just because it makes me laugh, and hopefully it makes you guys laugh.
She's chewing your paper.
Oh, My cat's chewing my paper. She chewing my pen too? Probably. My notes and stuff from what I'm doing on our website. Great. Lovely. I got this box because I ordered some stuff from Vistaprint. And in the wintertime, she doesn't get out as much. Okay. And she loves to chew on cardboard. And God forbid, man, this brand new box, which I'm sure that I can use to put my posters and things in to transport, it's sitting over there with one corner missing. I guess that's what they use duct tape for. And right now she's okay. Yeah, she's playing with the cardboard she already ripped off, and she's up on her hind legs and her playing with it with her mouth and her two paws, and she looks like a fucking raccoon. I swear. If she had a little dark mask around her eyes, she probably would be a raccoon. Actually, we have some living right across the street in the abandoned house in the roof of the front porch. Because I was sitting out there last summer, I seen Mama come out, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. And then 2 or 3 little ones followed. And so that was actually kind of really neat to watch. But that was a surprise. I mean, you're living like in Pittsburgh and you have wildlife. Totally bizarre. But it makes it interesting. It's fun. So, anyway, you guys don't forget about John Raven Wolf Bailey personal page. Don't forget about John Raven Wolf, Psychic Holistic Healer. And also on Facebook, don't forget that I'm on Instagram. Don't forget that I'm on YouTube. I have my channel there. So that way, if anybody wants to know, hey, I missed that video or something, if you can't catch it on Facebook, go to YouTube. It'll be there. Rose wants to know, do I feed them? Not intentionally. Here's what happens. Put out a water bowl and a food bowl for Misty, my cat, on the front porch, underneath the lawn chairs, right? They're Adirondack chairs, And if I go to an expo and I'm gone for the weekend or something, of course, somebody comes over and checks the animals and stuff, but, most of the time she'll stay outside by herself. We come back, the food dish is completely empty. The water dish is dirty because the raccoons washed their hands off in it, or the front paws, whatever you want to call them. And then when we get here, the cat's freaking out, going like, I'm hungry. It's just the strangest shit, but it's, and then there one night I had to go out, I had to go to work. It was like, I had to leave here at like 4 in the morning. Hey, Marjorie. And, of course it was a Thursday morning, which meant all the garbage cans and stuff were out. And I walked to my car, I walked around to the passenger side and put something in it, my stuff. And then as soon as I shut the door, it startled this animal that was on the opposite end, close to the garage of the house next to the house across the street. I looked, and here it was like this gigantic, and when I say gigantic, it's like bigger than the average size skunk. And it just kind of like turned away from it, went up the stairs to that house, and up, and there it went. And I'm like, it didn't scare me, but I was kind of like, wow, okay. And then right off of, like, literally, there's an empty space and then another house, and then there's a stop sign, and it kind of wise off, right? One goes downhill, one goes uphill. I've come in and seen like 3 or 4 deer not crossing the road, just standing literally at that wide, just standing in the middle of the street. So, and I've seen hawks, red-tailed hawks out back in the alley because it drops down because we live on a hill. And so it's just totally bizarre, the amount of wildlife. Don't see any rabbits, though, which I think is weird. Of course, we have groundhogs and, other animals. But we're just up the hill from the river, the Monongahela. So, yeah, it's just totally bizarre to see wildlife this close, interweaving in between the houses and stuff. It's kind of fun. It really is. So anyway, we've been on about 30 minutes. That's pretty much all I wanted to say tonight. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Please share and say hi, Mara and Rose and Marjorie, everybody, Matthew, everybody that came on. Appreciate it. Share the feed, like and share the pages, and just roll with it. Everything's going to be fine. Now, we do want to say continued health and blessings to Isabel Mole. She had a knee replacement last week, had an infection. I heard lately that she's doing much better. But also, our love and energy goes out to Matthew for the recent loss in his family. But he says, and any of you guys have information, please put it in the comments of where we can contact you for readings or help in one way or another or whatever. But he will be broadcasting his Friday episode of Higher Self at 7 p.m. on Facebook, Reverend Matthew Thomas. And tomorrow's topic is Healers Heal Thyself. Healers are so giving to others, they constantly neglect themselves and their own chi. Chi is that life force energy. And healers have to take care of number one first, or they'll be of no use to others. So nicely said and agreed. All right, you guys. Dare to dream. Love you so much. Thank you for stopping in. And if you have any topic ideas or anybody that you want to see join us on the show, let me know. We'll get it out there for you. And we have some upcoming events coming in March. We're going to let you in on that as well. I'll let you know when the website's up and running so you can go check that out. I'm still making the drums, doing some necklaces now because I just wanted to try something different. And along with bracelets and dream catchers. Haven't gotten to the dream catchers yet, but all this stuff. Got a lot going on. It's going to be a busy spring, busy summer, busy year. And don't forget, still goes till Sunday now. If you want a personal reading on Best Psychic Source, it's only $1 a minute for select readers like myself. So get on there, leave us a message, or message me here on Facebook saying, hey, $1 a minute. I got some questions. Provide me with some answers. We're right there for you. Okay? Pam, love you, baby. Thank you so much for coming on. Check out the rest of it because I know you just came on because I got to get off. So, love you guys. Thank you so much. And we'll catch you next Tuesday night. Unless I decide I want to pop in and just surprise you. All right, Dare to Dream. Take care. Love all of you. Bye-bye.